Welcome to Digimon Analyzer, Episode 6. This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm a Digimon Analyzer. You can find all my work at mjwinnow.com. Join me as I talk about Digimon Liberator, Episode 3. All 4 parts of it. This one was entitled Shrinking Violet. I think that's a little bit of a sarcastic title. That girl was not shrinking. Maybe she was blooming. She was definitely glimmering, I think is what they said she was doing. Anyway, so... yeah, I'll get right to it. Overall, I'm going to say I enjoyed the episode. The pacing of it was a little interesting, and it was actually more of a, expository, it was more of an expository episode. It allowed us to catch our breath and to get a little more context, to see a little bit more of Lacuna, and, excuse me, and learn a little bit more about the world building and the characters' mindsets. For example, we learned that Terramon, I actually get to that in my notes. So let me just back up a bit. We get to see more of Lacuna, and we get to see that the characters, the players, they're not characters, the players in the game can actually go and talk to the game masters who are available to speak with them upon appointment or upon availability. And that's something they can do. Apparently you can go shopping in called, I think it's Jewel City. I think it's Jewel City, which is like this city center hub. So if you've ever played any sort of... a duck? It's a goose. Anyway, if you've ever played any sort of MMO, you have your basic waiting area where you can buy items and armor, and by items I mean consumable items, of course. Armor, I don't know, it's been a long time since I've played anything, so I don't remember everything that you can get, but there's stuff like that. And then from there, you can get missions, or find quests, and then interact with some NPCs, things like that, except for, I don't know if they're all, I guess if they're NPCs, they'd be the blue sideways-headed navvy ones. You can do matches with friends, just hang out, and then disperse from there into the actual areas of the game, or the other, broader areas of the game. And it's interesting to see that, and to also learn in the beginning, I don't know this in my notes, I'll talk about it now, that, for whatever reason, Marissa and Shoto have been hanging out in this first zone, this first area, for months, for 3 months, and Terramon has actually observed them for this whole time as he's been flying around taking care of his digital world. And it's kind of interesting, but that's the way things have gone. So to focus in on my notes real quick, I want to talk about Violet in Boots, which is a crazy name. Supposedly she was born in the States or something, definitely out of Japan, but has come back in, and she's got rich parents who help her buy a bunch of stuff. She's definitely the premium girl. I find waifu to be a very ugly phrase or term or word. It's just I want to abandon it. I don't want to use it. It's not the kind of thing I'm into. And I've got my own waifu at home, so I'm perfectly content in that department. So anyway, I just kind of cringe at waifu. So I prefer to use the term premium girl, which was coined by, I believe, the character designer from Evangelion, and it refers to characters like Rei Ayanami, who everybody loses their minds for. And it's a very interesting, I don't want to get on a whole distraction about what it means and waifus and waifu culture or whatever, but it's ironic that the people involved with Evangelion did what they did with that show, and then years later one of them said, stop, objectifying our girls. It's bro, come on, you made them to be objectified. You aren't complaining, you're crying into your pile of money from all the merch that Otaku have bought based on these girl characters you've designed and the situations you put them in or whatever. And I watched Evangelion when I was in junior year, and anyway. I know what it's like, but like you gotta grow up and get beyond that stuff. But anyway, that's a whole different topic. It's not what we're talking about here. But like Violet just screams that she's goth. She's in purple. She's got blonde hair. She's got like crazy attitude. She's not Sumire, but she's like somewhere in that arena. She's got like aggressive archetype, and maybe it's from being American, which I fully understand and appreciate and accept as being true. And you know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Michael's one of the best Americans in Digimon ever, but you know, Violet is crazy too. But I was also thinking like in boots Violet, like within Puss in Boots, just maybe thinking like she dresses an older style, but also like you flip it in the way that the Japanese will, the name should be in boots Violet. And I was thinking like in boots. Is that like boots to the computer, boots to the program, boots to the game? Like what is like the pun of the joke here? And maybe it's just kind of a Puss in Boots type of reference. You know, Puss in Boots is the toy mascot, toy animation mascot. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just interesting. But I do like her character. She's more than just a big personality, or a big pair of personalities, what I meant to say. And I don't know, I like this like, weird rivalry thing that she has, even though it's one-sided with Ursa. And while there wasn't a lot of plot going on, we got a lot of like background information, a lot of like lore, and you know, learning more about the world. And we also learned that she was like a beta tester, and we learned that this word kind of referencing the other stuff. It's referencing the Digimon Liberator debug, I think is what it's called. Let me just Digimon Liberator debug. I hope this is as entertaining to you as it is for me. Okay, so it's kind of just called debug. So if I go here on the DigimonCard.com website, yeah, it needs to be the novel and it's debug. So I guess this is debug. I'll call that from now on. So yeah, she's hold on, I'm looking at the key art here. It actually doesn't look like she's looking at her over there. I'm not sure if she's one of the members, but definitely other characters who appeared in the manga are in debug as well. Let me just look more carefully. There's a lot of chapters out already. Huh. There's 1.1, 1.2, 1.1.2. I guess, so it's chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and each of them is 4, and they're all out, so that's pretty cool. I will be checking that out as soon as I'm caught up on Liberator, and I'll just kind of do back and forth as they release. That's a good plan. As long as the mobile doesn't suck like the other one. So, I'm not gonna force myself to do that unless you guys give me like 10,000 subscribers and force me to do it. Don't do it. But anyway, it sounds like she was one of the debug participants, but she wasn't actually. I guess she's not actually in the debug novel, which is actually kind of more interesting because it means that she's a character who participated in that early beta of the game, in the website itself, and she may have had interactions with these other characters, but it's off in their own different universe or own place, which is pretty cool. I think it's a great way to do it. It makes me more interested in checking out the web novel, and that's a great thing. That's what you should be doing if you want to be successful. You know, draw me into your world and give me lots of things to explore. So anyway, yeah. So she seems pretty cool, and I like how she's like aggressively friendly and wants to fight. Wants to fight Ursa at the end for the Digimon for Shumon, because she's this collector. Like I said, her parents are rich and help her, I guess, buy a lot of Digimon cards or whatever, and that's kind of interesting. So I wonder how old she is. I mean, she could still be like 17 and obviously living with her parents and having them playing for her. Yeah, so when they go to see Cool Boy, who I have no idea who Cool Boy is, but there's some sort of reference to me somewhere. He's from somewhere else in Digimon. I don't know if he's like a card game character, or where he is, whatever. But like, it's just kind of funny how they dropped that reference and they made him like such a big character, and like he's a little ridiculous, but also fun. He's one of the GMs, the game masters, and I liked how he warned them about they could lose their player status, and like that seems to be the stakes so far in this game, or in the story, although it doesn't seem like enough. But I think we're going to find out that there's more going on here, that this isn't just a game. Part of what relates to that is Terramon saying that, like, this is the real world. Like, this is his real world. This is the digital world. But Kuna isn't run by humans, it's run by Digimon or whatever. And Shoto has to break him like, no, that's actually not true. It is a game. Your world is a game that we're playing, and it's run by humans, and that's just how it is. And Caramon's like, well, what are you talking about? We don't live in a simulation, bro. Like, that's not how it is. That's fake news. And I'm like, I want to know what's going on with that, and I'm really interested to see that expanded upon and explored in the future, because it's an interesting concept, and well, I'm interested to see what's happening. So, like, there's been no story developments here, but there's like personal development, and there's some world building stuff going on, and I'm definitely interested in those things as they are right now. And I guess the next episode, which is going to be called Fable Waltz, is all going to be a battle between Ursa and your girl, Violet, and Violet's got a new ghost Digimon, and I kind of suspect that she also has a new wild Digimon that she's taking into her deck. I don't think that's what Ghost One is. I think it's something else, because she referencing wild Digimon, and I wouldn't be shocked if she had captured one or encountered one herself, especially because she's got like the main character deck design. You'd think she would have gotten one of those Digimon, or maybe she will afterwards, or I don't know, but we will see. I kind of thought she had the Impmon, which I still kind of think she has the Impmon, because it shows her deck and there's like that female Bailsmon or whatever that is. Yeah, it's another design for you guys to buy a PVC figure of. Yeah. Anyway, I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm engaged, definitely engaged by what's going on. I want to say the story, but it's not. I mean, it's story, but it's also not story. It's like soft, slow story. Whatever. Anyway, next time, take care. Be well.
I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe to keep up with me. Like and share to help me reach more people like you. And go to mjmunoz.com to find your next favorite thing. And don't forget to let your voice be heard. Stories are always better when you're part of the conversation. Until next time, be well. This is MJ signing out. This has been a Story Over Everything production.